start the recording.
Sir, I have started.
Okay.
Okay, so welcome students to CS 21003 Algorithm 1. I'm Polash Day, and this course will be co-taught. I'll co-teach with Professor Parthaputim Chakraborty. So here is the teaching assistants: Amatya Sharma, Manas V. Sarkar, Swarnabha Das, Chandan Kumar. Shubhadeep Hajra may not be there. Okay, Devadita Talapatra and Manjish Pal. So in this course, we will assume that you know the programming and data structure, and we will teach basic algorithms and data structure. So here is a brief course overview which you can look at it. Classes will be in MS Teams. I hope all of you are in this team, and you can see the class schedule in the calendar, MS Teams calendar. Classes will be from 12 to 1 Monday, Tuesday 10 to 12, Thursday 8 to 9. These three are regular slots. Other than that, we will have an extra slot every Saturday from 6 to 7:30, starting this Saturday. In that extra slot, we will conduct class tests, doubt clearing sessions, tutorials, and so on and so forth. So I would request all of you to mark this Saturday slot blocked so that it does not clash with any other subjects. Okay, now let's come to the most important part, grading. We will have a midterm exam and an end-term exam as indicated in the academic calendar of IIT Kharagpur, and that will constitute 50%. Each will carry 25% midterm and end term. And then we will have two class tests. So two class tests will be in the middle of beginning and fast midterm, and the second class test will be from around the middle of midterm to end term. So the first class test you can expect to be somewhere near the end of January. That will be the first class test. And the clusters will constitute 20% of the weightage, and we will take base 1 out of 2, base of 2. Then we will have assignments, and assignments will be like take-home assignments. These are for practice problems, and among these practice problems, you will be asked to submit 1 or 2. You need to write this in A4 sheet paper and submit. And there will be 4 assignments in total. Again, we will take base 2 out of these 4, and that will constitute 10% of the weightage. Then comes the attendance and teachers evaluation. So attendance, we will take a regular attendance in the class, and then teachers evaluation. This includes how active you are in the class, how are you participating, the questions that you are asking, how good are these questions, and so on and so forth. So one of the best way to do excellent teachers evaluation is to participate in the class by asking doubts, asking important questions, finding errors in the lectures of the teachers. So these are some of the excellent ways to get great marks in teachers evaluation. And of course, attendance you have to attend all the classes, irrespective of whether you already know the content or not. You have to attend the classes. Then the last part is student presentation. That's the most interesting part of this of this subject. That we will have a sort of mini project, and this is called students presentation. So so I have put up some tentative deadline. So you need to form a group of 2 to 3. So you yourself form a group of 2 to 3 size, group of 2 to 3 students, and you find a problem statement. So take your time, but the problem should have some algorithmic flavor. It should be some real world significance, something like that. Whatever you feel of doing. So that is the that you start thinking of the problem statement that you want to do, you want to study more, or you want to do something, implement something novel. And you need to submit that your initial problem statement by January 24. We'll provide a link where to submit. And then we will look at those problem statements, their novelty of the statement, and so on and so forth, and finalize these problem statements on by January 31st. Okay, and then the idea is that for the next 2 months, February and whole March, these 2 months, you study this problem, and you meet, you try to achieve whatever deliverables are there in this problem, and again you have to make a presentation, and that you have to upload on 31st March. Something, these are all tentative deadlines, and at the end you need to submit these things, like in the presentation it should be more motivation should be there, formal problem definition. So these are not only for presentation, this also shows what should be there in your problem statement. And while submitting a problem statement, it's like it should be well motivated. The problem statement should be like formal or semi formal at least, with what is the clear input and output and so on and so forth. Okay, so that's it more or less. So these are the few reference books you can have. You can read Introduction to Algorithm. This is a classic book by Corman, Coleman, Corman et al. And then there is this book of Kleinberg and Tardo. This is also an excellent book. Actually, all these 5 books are excellent. For example, for data structure algorithm, I know fifth, that Mark Allen's data structure algorithm in C, that is also excellent book. For algorithm third and fourth, both, all 5 are very, very good resources. And these are the references. Okay, so that's it for logistics. So do you have, if you have any question, I think it's a good time to ask. Feel free to unmute and ask questions. During the class also, please feel free to unmute and ask if you do not understand anything, if you have any question. Do not wait till the end of the class for the faculty or professor to ask, do you have any question? No, don't wait for that. If you have any question, if you do not understand something, feel free to unmute and ask. Or ask in chat box, whatever is comfortable.
Sir, will there be like a revision of PDFs?
No.
I mean, even the advanced concepts of those, like stacks and all.
No.
Okay, sir.
You can.
So the
you
codes
can
we
read
will be
this.
writing in C.
So in this algorithm theory, there will be you won't be writing any C code. So you'll be using pseudo code, which is like in between algorithm and any C or C++ programming language. It contains all those details in such a way that the reader and the presenter, everyone is confident that irrespective of the programming language, they can write the code. So whether we use C or C++, that's not important for this algorithm theory course.
Sir,
Sorry.
so grading will be relative or absolute?
That we have not decided. PPC, do you want to add anything or comment on it?
Yeah, grading will be relative.
Okay. For brushing up advanced PDS things, you can read the 5th reference. That, in my opinion, is a very good book on algorithm and data structure, stack, queues, and those things.
So which book?
5th one in the reference.
Sir,
Any
what
other question?
you, yeah, sir, what you expect in students' presentation? Like, which type of novelty are you expecting?
It is up to you. So novelty could be like you study a non-trivial problem and read something, and then little bit of coding. On the other hand, the novelty could be so there there the novelty is like understanding a theoretically tough challenge, tough problem. On the other hand, that's one extreme. The other extreme could be, for example, the problem is theoretically easy, but we are solving it in practice. For example, take this IIT Kharagpur road network, and you want to say all pay a shortest path, and something maybe little more than that means on at the face there is not much theoretical challenge, but the challenge lies in actually running or implementing that theoretical framework in a real world problem. So that's another extreme. But in between there can be like any mix of theoretical novelty um, and implementation novelty. Between these two extremes, any kind of uh, mini project is fine. It should be novel,
Okay.
and that's it. Yeah. And it should
Yeah.
be non-trivial, little bit of non-trivial. It should not be completely trivial.
Thank you,
Any other
sir.
question? Any other
Sir, what
question?
is the rough date for class test 1?
As I told you, at the end of January, that's the rough date. First class test around
Okay,
the
sir.
end of January.
So can you show us like sample submissions of this presentation of previous semester?
Ask your seniors.
Okay, sir.
Any other
Sir,
question?
in last book, Mark Allen, sir, it's like DSA analysis in C. So if we
Correct.
want to do in C++, then which book we should go?
Can do it. Every C code is a C++ code. Is this right or not?
Yeah, sir, syntax one.
And you are reading data structure and algorithm. The implementation language is not so important. Any other question? Okay, so if there is no more questions, so PPC, do you want to start?
Yes. So Aditya, can you stop this recording and then we'll start a fresh one?